Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Let's Talk Games. I'm your host Ben, aka OMG It's Chopa, and joining me today are Zach, aka Risky the Kid.
Hello, hello.
And Luke's, aka Waddle-Doo.
Howdy doody.
So, how was your week, boys? What did you play? What did you do? Did you get out of the house at least? What happened?
It's too hot to go outside.
That is pretty warm.
You look shiny.
It's like 11 o'clock at night and still 75 degrees, I swear to God.
Is that turtle wax that you have on your forehead?
Yes, I love surfing in the middle of upstate New York.
No, turtle wax is what you put on your car. Turtle wax? Turtle wax for the car?
You put sex wax on a surfboard.
Yeah, sex wax on a surfboard. Turtle wax for your car.
I didn't live in my car in California.
Hey,
yeah. I didn't live in your car either in California.
So what did you do this week, Lou?
I did. I worked. I played some video games. I played with my dog.
Really keeping it vague.
Yeah, pretty vague. No,
working and playing.
I played some Minecraft.
Work hard, play hard, work.
I've been really putting some time into Switch on the Minecraft.
Minecraft on the Switch?
Yes, Minecraft on the Switch. I've been kind of mixing it up. I don't know why. I've just been real into portable things lately.
Portable things? You mean like
portable
just
games? Like
the availability of things you love to do while you're on the move?
Yeah, or taking a poop.
I do watch a lot of YouTube taking poops.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft on my Switch.
So you watch a lot of YouTube videos of people taking poops?
Yes.
That's
very exactly what I said.
To watch.
You watch me do it?
No, baby.
God.
I've been playing some Overwatch.
I actually didn't play any Overwatch this week. I didn't get into it. Well, I mean, no.
I played that. And
Speaking of Overwatch, though, quick before we move on, they're adding Doomfist on the 27th in case you want to get in there and punch some people.
I kind of wouldn't mind.
I know you like cracking skulls and slashing brains.
I actually love cracking skulls and brains.
Doomfist will just punch people in the face, it looks like, so that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to get that in. Surprisingly, I didn't play any For Honor. I think this has been the first week I didn't crack any skulls.
Joining everybody else in the nation, huh?
Falling towards that
98%?
way. Yeah, I guess so.
At this point?
Also played Last of Us a little bit here and there. Didn't play as much as I wanted to. And then bunch of the Warframe and some Destiny 2, that is. Yeah. What about you there, kid? What about you there, kid? There, Risky the Kid.
You're doing really well today, Lou.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you're awkward.
It's a rough day.
I finished up the Castlevania Netflix series. I know you did too, Ben.
Yeah, that was.
We actually finished it up last week, but I forgot to talk about it last week.
So I'm so happy because this looks great, but I'm so pissed that they did only 4 episodes and it was literally just a teaser.
Yeah, I mean, they announced season 2, 8 episodes already. So it's just weird, like, they announced season 2 so shortly after the 4 episode season 1 thing.
I don't even know if they got, like, enough time to see. Maybe they waited just, like, a week to see how many people would watch it.
That's the thing. They renewed it so quick. Yeah. I don't know.
But, I mean, I'm happy they renewed it because it looks great.
Yeah, the first 4 episodes were good.
And they just kind of introduced the main characters and showed you... While introducing them, showed you the background of where they came from, so you know automatically like what each person's role is going to be, and then you're just going to destroy Dracula somehow.
Yeah, he was pretty powerful in that series. So in those 4 episodes, he looked like he was just raining down hell demons that were destroying villages. And
I mean, yeah, but you also think it took him a year to get those demons.
I thought
he said he gave him a year.
Yeah, he gave him a year. He was like, hey, it was like fair warning to all the people that want to get out of here. You have a year until I come back.
Because then when he got back, he was like, now I must take the next year to raise all of my army of demons.
So you're saying he was gone 2 years?
No. In that year he gave them, it took him that year to raise the army he wanted to get to destroy the Earth.
I might have missed that then. I just thought he was giving them a nice, friendly courtesy year.
Yeah,
no, because I think if he could have raised those in like 2 days, he would have raised those puppies in like 2 days. So it would have been like, you have 48 hours. Yeah, so I think it took him an actual year to get this army put together because they were growing. You saw how in the beginning, the rain that fell was blood, and it was the babies that hadn't really fully matured yet. Remember? In the church scene?
I must have somehow missed all of that.
We watched it together.
That doesn't mean I didn't miss it.
I guess that's true. Yeah, so when he comes back after the year, he comes back in like that cloud form. Is that big face looking down?
Yeah.
It rains blood.
He's lighting everything on fire.
And before he releases all of the regular sized demons that, by the way, absolutely destroy anybody in their path.
Just rip like intestines
half.
out and throw them up on market stands and stuff. It's great.
He drops down like all the babies that didn't mature. It's really weird looking. There's like little baby demons. You'll have to rewatch the first episode.
Apparently. Luckily, that would only take me like 20 minutes. So.
Yeah, they're pretty short as well.
Yeah. It was cool. It was like a decent length because it was an hour and 20 minutes. So it's like the length of a movie.
Yeah.
So it was easy to knock out. You could have easily done it in a sitting. I think I did the 3 last episodes all at the same time. So
yeah, and it's really exciting because we now know that these guys are also doing the
Assassin's Creed.
So I mean, if they're gonna do it off of the same art style and everything, it's gonna be dope.
I'm not well versed in anime by any means, but this type of anime, it seemed like it was super outdated, I guess. Like it seemed blocky and not smooth at all. I don't know if it was just like the studio making or whatever could not have limited resources, I guess. But this could also just be a style of anime that I never see, I guess.
I think it's a style. I guess it really is all about your illustrators and everything. But this is the style that, like I said, I think I've said it before, that I really like.
That you enjoy it, yeah.
Yeah, because there's some that are a little too like cheesy. People are too like shiny and like boobs are too big and stuff like that.
Up. Yeah,
it's not.
There's definitely like
you can cross
when it looks like they should literally just be falling forwards because there's just too much
heavy
there.
On the front. That's how you get back problems.
Yeah. So yeah, really excited about Castlevania. Did they say when they're coming out with the second season?
No, I would assume 2018, just because we don't have a lot of 2017 left. So
yeah. Oh well. What else did you play?
I didn't play that. So what I did play though, you know how I promised you I was going to beat Dishonored 2?
Did you beat Dishonored 2?
I did it.
Yes.
How does it make you feel?
It made me feel kind of shitty because I got what I would say was the worst ending. Because I just murdered everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It seemed rough. It seemed sad because you just ended up being this ruler that you didn't want to be. Like, you turned into the lady that you killed to take your throne back, essentially. Just murdering everybody to get your place back, which in my head at the time I was like, well, all these people betrayed me and they're all traitors, so I'm going to kill them all. Didn't even give anyone a chance. But you can totally go through the game, like, instead of assassinating people with right trigger, you hit left trigger or whatever, and you'll just knock a person out, which essentially is the same thing, but for whatever reason I needed to jab the knife into all these people and kill them. I felt wronged. But
hey, you take your revenge.
Oh, play it again.
Sure as shit did.
Play it again.
It took him like 2 years to finish the first one, so
let's not
have him take 2 more years to play again.
I thought about it, and then I just watched a YouTube video of all 6 endings instead.
That's my arm.
That wasn't me.
It's my arm making that noise on the chair.
That's a squishy couch. Yeah, so it was definitely good, and I think if I did a second playthrough, it would be a lot faster because I'd know exactly where to go, and like any type of puzzle that came up, I would know how to handle it. Yeah, it was good though. I'm excited for the DLC that's coming up. The DLC spoiled that one of the main characters you were working with is actually a bad guy and helped assassinate your mother in the first game. So that was kind of weird having that DLC pop up before finding that out.
I mean, you did take a little extra time.
Oh, well, that's for sure. That's my bad for waiting a year. Plus or whatever.
Not exactly though, because you still don't want to give out. That'd be like dropping a beta and giving everybody the option to play the whole campaign through. Like well, at least I guess play like a couple missions, because now like half of the story is going to be getting back at this guy because he obviously wronged you. Girl.
But yes.
But
So
no, aren't you you play as that girl though?
I'm.
In the new DLC.
Do we actually know that though?
I'm pretty sure you play as the girl that I
like
think
the only thing we've seen was just that CG trailer. We haven't seen actual gameplay at all.
No, I thought that there was a little gameplay into it, where you were the girl that betrays your mother.
Maybe then. As far as I remember, that E3 trailer was just a CG trailer of someone killing a bunch of people.
I could be wrong. Yeah.
Maybe I should go back and watch it again. But I beat that finally, so that was nice to have that wiped from the slate. So then after that, I just kind of had time to play whatever. I played a good amount of Warframe. I know we all got to hop into that a little bit at least.
Mm-hmm.
Warframe's cool for it being free to play. I think it's probably one of the better, or if not the best, free to play game you can probably play on Xbox right now.
I agree. And it's free across all consoles and PC and everything.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
It's it kind of reminded me of Destiny at parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely the more I played it, I started on PlayStation, went over to Xbox, progressed a lot farther on Xbox than I did on PlayStation. But eventually you move like off of Earth and you go to different planets, but the amount of like level designs that are reused for all the missions, it was kind of annoying. So, like, I'm pretty sure I saw the same exact, like, area map on Venus or wherever went after Earth that we had played on Earth. So it kind of just looked like they were reusing a lot of assets.
Just putting different skins.
Just kind of, well, it didn't even look like reskinned.
Textures.
Like, when I was on Venus, it looked like I was on Earth, the last planet that I was on. The gameplay is pretty fun.
It's a solid gameplay.
It's
mechanic.
The movement seems much faster than a Destiny style.
It seems a lot faster than most games
That's true.
that I play,
even,
to be honest.
Even Call of Duty and boosters, you can dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge
you can do
everywhere.
Everything,
and the availability of 3 different types of weapons plus your abilities.
Well, there's tons of like having a primary, secondary, and a sword, as well,
and then also having
your abilities. There's 26 different Warframes that you can play as.
Yes, those are the actual people you play as. Those are the things that you could spend more money on.
Yeah.
To unlock with silver or platinum, whatever it's called.
I think it's platinum.
Their premium currency. So that was cool. You could also buy like weapons with that kind of stuff. But then you could also find most of the weapons. You could find blueprints for them, and then you'd have to get the parts for the blueprints. And it seemed like I probably put 10 hours into this, if not a little more, and I don't
just on Xbox or on both
combined. And I didn't see a lot of what I would imagine is like high level stuff, but I also don't think I came even close to scratching like the whole storyline. I feel like was probably pretty long.
Yeah.
So,
I think it might be tough though if you continually get like the same style missions and the same like looking map. I don't know if they can come up with enough content to diversify that enough to keep me interested. I like it that's a Destiny style, and I'll definitely play a lot of it more. The reason we played on PlayStation 4 at first was because my buddy Greg plays on
friend
PlayStation 4.
Of the show, Greg.
Friend of the show, Greg. And he's got a ton of time into Warframe, so we
played with him, and like he knew a ton. It's like any question we had, he could answer, which was nice having somebody
who knew everything, and kind of just got us into it, and we didn't have to guess at anything, so that was really nice. So then we could move over to Xbox and kind of know more of what we were doing.
Oh, and I got to go back to my Elite controller.
Oh yeah, he hates the PlayStation 4 controller.
It's an inferior controller.
Yeah.
It is. But the one big thing for me in having my Elite controller back is having my A button on a paddle.
Yep.
Because when you like double jump in Warframe and aim down sight, it like slows down time, and it slows down, or maybe it doesn't slow down time, but it definitely slows down your like speed, so you're falling super slow, so you can be taking people out while you're in the air, not having to take my finger off of my joystick because I have the paddle for A.
100%
better.
increase different, yeah.
And just at this point, I don't know if I like the Xbox controller so much more because I've just used it forever, or if it's because that PlayStation controller just is inferior. I'm not positive.
I think it's probably just you've been using an Xbox controller for a while, to be honest. I think
don't-
people that grown up with a PlayStation 4 are probably pretty comfortable with a PlayStation 4 controller.
This is definitely
but then
the
when they
best.
went to Xbox,
It's definitely the best PlayStation controller.
I mean, I grew up on the PlayStation controller.
I have the PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 1.
Yeah, the 1, the 2, and then I switched over to the Xbox.
They're not
And-
like they don't feel like ergonomically.
Well, yeah, because
correct.
you're stretching with the whole time to use like when you were playing on the original PlayStation or PlayStation 2, the joysticks weren't that important at the time. They
I
mainly
was that I think
used the D-pad.
the original PlayStation didn't even have
Exactly.
joysticks.
They didn't have the joysticks, and they finally put them on there, and they really didn't use them too much. It was still just the D-pad that you used, so your thumb was like it is on the Xbox controller. You're not stretching, not even so much stretching, but you're not bringing it down to use the joysticks. When the Xbox came out, they replaced the D-pad with a joystick because that's where your thumb naturally lies, and it feels more comfortable. I don't know. It's the way your hands.
it's so funny because you guys are so worried about, like, not worried, but you guys, the one thing you notice is the thumbsticks.
The offset joysticks is where it's at.
They're literally like not a problem for me at all. My biggest thing is the difference in buttons.
Oh, the triggers
The
are terrible.
triggers
They're
are
big.
so much, like on the Xbox, having just like it actually curve around my finger and have it grip the bottom of my finger. Half the time I feel like I'm falling off the bottom of PlayStation 4 triggers.
But we don't need to bash PlayStation controllers. They're fine. Good for you if you use them.
And Destiny 2 beta we played.
Also, I played The Witness, which is I told you should play it a while ago. I finally bought it because it was on sale. It's a
Is it the puzzle one?
It's a legit straight puzzle game. The initial puzzles, at least, you're tracing lines.
That sounds pretty hard with a controller.
Kind of like a maze. Well, just like go up, left, down, right. I don't know.
Oh,
Those
it's not
kind of
like,
directions, and it just fills in. Like it's on a track, so you can't like go outside of a line or something. So it puts you into this world. There's literally no text on the screen. There's like an A to start button, and then you're in it. And you walk up to the first puzzle, and it literally just has you draw a line from like one side of the console to the other. Then the next puzzle, it might put in like a squiggle, and it's like each puzzle you do, you're consistently learning a new piece of the puzzle. And then there's also things in the environment that will teach you how to solve these puzzles. I got frustrated because I was on like the fifth puzzle of like a set of 5, and I was on this fifth puzzle and I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. I still think you'd have fun, or even it's something you play with your girlfriend. I think it's a fun game just to sit down and try to figure puzzles out. But I'm pretty sure that's literally the whole game is figure out puzzles and move on to the next area of
she
the
actually
island.
bought like a puzzle book for us to do together. So that's pretty funny. I'll actually look into that.
Yeah.
Is it only for? It's not only for Xbox, is it?
No, it's both. I just picked it up on Xbox because it was on sale last week.
Okay.
But normally it's like $40 though, so I probably would only get it if it was on sale. I don't think it's worth much more than 20.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna switch my Xbox and my PlayStation 4 because my PlayStation 4 is in the office right now. My Xbox is outside on the out in the living room. So I think I'm gonna switch them because she wants to play Crash Bandicoot on the PS4.
I did get to play a little bit of Crash with Megan. It's Crash.
Well, I think she's gonna love it. So I'll probably move that out there and use that as the streaming device thingy out there, and then finally get back to the nice 24-inch monitor for my Xbox.
It's a good idea.
Especially with all these AAA games coming out, I need to be the best I can be.
Yeah, that's really all I've been playing though. How about you?
Well, Destiny 2 beta, Warframe, had a bunch of fun with that. Played some Rainbow Six Siege on my PS4. It's different than the computer. I guess the lean styles are a little different because you have to hit down on the thumbsticks, so it's like tough to get like used to it.
You hit down on the thumbsticks to lean?
Yes.
Like push them in?
Yeah.
Like push them in? Or like...
Yeah. So you push on the right thumbstick to lean right,
Oh,
and you push on the left thumbstick to lean left
Oh, that's real
in
weird.
a doorway.
Yeah.
But if you're leaning right and then you want to switch, you can just press on the left thumbstick and you switch. So it's
That's
something,
definitely weird.
and they were buttons on the computer, but you could like press them while you were doing other stuff. This is like, I can't be pressing over and like pressing down on the thumbstick at the same time to lean.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it's a little different. I'm just worried that at this point, if I start playing into games, I'm gonna get like a For Honor feel where everyone who's playing Siege is gonna have been playing Siege for a while.
Yeah, Siege at this point, the only people that are left are probably people that this is their game. Like, that's all they play.
Yeah, because there's a competitive side to Siege. There's actually like pro Rainbow Six players.
Yeah.
So I think there's a small following there, but I think, like we've said, if you've been playing, then, or if you're playing right now, you've been playing. So I played a little bit. I have some friends who got the game, and then one of them ended up not having PS Plus and had to wait a little while until he got paid to get PS Plus. And it was just, and my PS4 didn't come until Monday, even though it was supposed to be delivered on Thursday. So I played a little bit of that, but I didn't play a lot. League of Legends, Counter-Strike, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
With PlayerUnknown, did you see that they're adding first-person server, like first-person only servers?
I feel like I heard about it, but I didn't know specifically what exactly they were doing.
Yeah, so I think it's next month's update. They said that they're making specific servers where you can only be in first person. So like with third person, you obviously get advantages with being able to mess with where the camera is. So like you can be hiding behind a wall and see somebody coming at you, but they have no idea you're behind the wall. But like with the camera, you can use that. So these new servers are going to be strictly for first person, which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No one's going to have like any type of advantage, like, because I feel like if you like, do you ever play in first person?
No. If I don't have to, I don't. Because like I watched a game the other day where a player was one of the last 4 players, and he laid prone and just used third person to shoot people as they walked near him, but they couldn't see him at all because he was in the grass.
Yeah.
You can't see them, but they can see you, because with the third person, you can see over top of where you're actually.
But if he put his camera down into first person, he would have just seen grass. Yeah. So that's cool. I also thought that they hit the number 4 all-time spot for concurrent players, with like a peak of 382, I think, thousand concurrent players at the same time. The only things ahead of it were games: Grand Theft Auto, Dota,
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4, I think. Yeah,
I think we're the 3.
So that's awesome. And I also heard that they're nearing 5 million copies sold.
Jeepers creepers.
What?
I wonder how many. I wish you could
So
tell when
PlayerUnknown
people had
himself
multiple accounts and
rich.
stuff.
Yeah, to see how many people it actually is.
They're rich off of a. Let's be honest here. It's a beta still. They're still in beta,
And
They
it's
haven't
only
even
on
come
PC.
out, and it's only on PC. 5 million copies.
Once that hits Xbox and then someday it gets to PS4, it's gonna be a rich man.
And they're still going to be in beta, and they're never going to have to actually come out with a real game.
No,
because who cares?
No, he said that by the end of 2017 he planned on having it out of beta because he didn't want to be one of those games that was in beta forever. And I mean, the game only came out in March, right? I'm pretty sure right around March.
Yeah.
So I would say this is probably one of the actual better cases of like the game preview or like beta not sitting in beta forever. So good for him. And
it helps when you get 5 million downloads.
That sure does help.
yeah, that amount of money could definitely push me to release my game.
At that point, do you even care? This game's like
That's true. He could probably stop doing any type of maintenance on the game
$39.99 times
and just
5 million.
leave. He's a rich man.
I mean, Steam's got to take some of it, but
Yeah.
so yeah. I'm really excited. What they're doing better than everyone else at this point is they're releasing it to consoles. If they figure it out, that's great. But they're fixing what needs to be fixed. They're not like fixing what they want stuff to look like, or they're not fixing like what they feel like looking like. They're fixing what needs to be fixed, and every time I see like a complaint about something, it typically gets hot fixed pretty quickly. So, like overpowered guns, they're coming out with some new maps, all this stuff. They're doing what their gamers want them to do, which is a great idea. Is that a firework?
Hopefully it wasn't a gunshot.
That doesn't sound like
I
a
think it was a
gunshot.
firework.
So, yeah, doing well. Good job, player unknown. Good job.
Brendan, whatever your name is. And I think it was, I want to say it was Ubisoft because they were talking about games like Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six doing, like, Yves Guillemot, I think he runs Ubisoft right now. He said that he sees like the success of PlayerUnknown's Battleground, and he could see them implementing a game mode like that into DLCs for their game. So that type of thing for like Ghost Recon, like Wildlands, if that was like a $20 add-on for that game, for like how polished that game is, bringing like a 1v99 type of battle royale game, or I think the other one was Rainbow Six, taking that game and just opening it up and having it be the same type of game. So I think in the next, I don't think it's happened yet because they didn't see how popular it was, but I think we're going to start seeing AAA developers having some type of mode like this, if not making complete solo games with all that kind of battle royale stuff.
So the only thing I see with those is because those are so well polished, that might be a problem. Because if you play, like when I play PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds right now, I play everything on the lowest setting except for texturing, because the lower your settings are, the higher FPS you have on your PC, which is what everyone wants. The faster your frames go, the better picture you get, and the more reactive everything is.
Sounds like you need to get a better PC.
I could also use a better PC, but I don't know. I don't want them to have so much trouble trying to make the game feel smooth because it looks too good. You understand what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I definitely get that.
But I guess the customization and stuff in Wildlands would be interesting. I think Siege is a little too tactical to put in a style like this, in my opinion.
I mean, like the main game's tactical, but if you're just taking the infrastructure of Siege, like the actual like gameplay mechanics, and putting it into a game like that, I think it'd be fine. I think both of them would be fine.
I think there's too much extra stuff in Siege. Like the whole point of Siege.
Well, that's stuff you could take out of Siege. Like this is supposed to be completely separate, as like a DLC thing, like a standalone, separate product. I don't know. Either way, it'd be cool to see. It's gonna be cool to see more and more of this stuff as time goes on.
Yeah. So yeah. And next.
Jesus.
I didn't know if we were done, if anybody else wants to say anything more.
Nope, you were the last person to talk about what you've been playing for the week.
Yep.
And next we're going to get into our discussion about Destiny 2 beta.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, so that's
Good.
one thing we all got to put some time into this week. It only launched a couple days ago, so
18th on PS4, 19th on Xbox if you pre-ordered the game and got beta code.
yeah, so I hopped in on PlayStation for a little while until Lewis we game share, and then once he downloaded it and started playing it, it locked me out of it.
Yeah, which was really bizarre. Why did it lock you out when you've already played it?
I would assume it's just a beta thing.
But
Yeah.
shouldn't have locked me out if you've already played
No,
it.
because you're
No.
my home console, and I'm
Yeah.
the one that downloaded it.
Oh.
I would assume that's why.
Yeah.
So, beta is
Awesome.
fucking awesome.
Yes.
So much fucking fun.
It's not too much content in my opinion. I know
I wish there was more content, but
just
that's
because you want more, and I understand wanting more.
before
I just-
about
the only-
beta,
Destiny 1's beta took us, like, we were able to do patrols in Destiny 1's beta. So
Yep.
and it was on 2 planets, 2 of the 4 planets that we got to see. So we had already seen 2 complete worlds before the game even came out.
which was a
With
lot.
this one, everything is so like
Condensed
sectioned off.
section.
Like even the strike, I didn't really look around much, but I don't even know what planet I was in the strike.
You were, I think, either
Is it
on
probably Earth?
Mercury
Oh,
or
see?
you were on. It almost
were-
looked like the Black
no.
Garden.
It was a Vex planet.
It was Vexy.
Yeah,
And the final boss was
might have
like
been
Atheon's little brother or something.
either
Nephew.
like Mercury, Venus.
Yeah.
One of those
So
two.
And then the
that's actually-
PvP, there's control and the new mode, and those are just on a map apiece, so you're
Yeah.
not getting like
You didn't get
not
get to
getting
see all the new maps and everything.
right. And then you just got to do the first story mission, which we had already seen.
most of.
Yeah, the ending was a little different because in the stuff they showed, you just run into Gaul in like a dark room or whatever. In this one, he actually boots you off part of the tower. He's like,
yeah.
"You have no more light," and just kicks you.
He's a big
What's
oh
his,
yeah.
No, it's
big
his
guy.
ship. He
Or,
kicks
oh,
you off
you,
of
are
his
you,
ship.
oh, you're up on
Yeah.
his ship.
Yeah.
Because you break
get
into
dropped
a
off on
ship and
off a
then
ship.
Yeah.
How
So,
would you think of when you were running in the strike with those with the drill stuff going by your face and
the
everything?
I played with a couple kids from Discord, and I called it a giant post hole digger. It's definitely an excavator,
Yeah.
but at the time I couldn't think of the word. So it's just like a giant post hole digger. That'd be one big ass post hole that they're gonna put inside of that planet. That was this strike. What did you guys think of the strike overall? Because
I
liked
loved
it
the
a lot.
strike. I mean, I've only played it once, and I had an AFK for most of it, so that kind of sucked.
definitely would make it a little harder. I could see that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I loved it.
It was. This is like. It was probably one of if not my favorite strike out of
All of
all the
Destiny played
strikes,
so
like
far.
all of Destiny 1.
It's pretty impressive.
It was a lot of cool different sections. It wasn't too samey. They had like the man cannons that just like launch you
Wow.
all over the place. That was cool. The giant excavator is awesome. And then once you got to the final boss, it was like it was like a kind of like a three-part boss battle. So you'd be fighting for X amount of time, and once you took him down to a certain amount, like the floor dropped out.
I also
he changed his gun and then like slammed it on the ground, and the whole ground just disintegrated around you, and you just dropped down. And you had to use. It's not like you could just fall because you'd die. So you have to. It incorporates parts of the game I loved in Destiny 1 where you had to like jump down a deep part and then had to
Time your jump
You
right
had
at the
to-
last second.
to fall down.
I also liked how this boss battle wasn't just like a stand in one spot type of deal. I feel like you had to move around.
You had to move around, otherwise you were gonna either get killed by him or he was spawning in like a ton of Vex behind you.
Yeah.
As well, so you did have to keep moving.
Like the final
And then
boss
the last one, like you landed on the bottom, and there's like water around you. It was really weird because if you stepped in it, you got like electrocuted.
Yep,
But
you
because
get
they're
knocked down.
facts,
yeah.
Unlike the Vault of Glass, it seemed like it was just you were on one side, he was on the other, and shoot. This one you had to like run around. You had to actually like
he teleported everywhere.
yeah, he would teleport. He would move around. It was more like fighting the two Cabal brothers.
Oh my god,
I hate it. Well, at
that
least
strike. The Bond brothers.
in that strike, there was no place to hide. There was no place to
That's why
hide
it's so
for
bad.
any type of cover. At least
This
in this,
had a little bit.
it had a little bit of cover. You could hide on one side of the wall or something.
Yeah.
Do you remember the end of that one strike where there was an ogre and a king or something like that?
The Fallen, where
And
he
you-
took the
you-
eye of the big guy and made it.
Oh,
into
where
a
it was
gun.
just a giant circle
Yeah,
and those things,
And they
the little
spawned a
shooter
lot of
things came
harpies
from the top.
that came down. It felt like that because in that the main guy who you're trying to kill teleports around as well.
Yeah.
So it kind of felt like that too. I feel like they took a lot of stuff that we said we wanted to do and put it into this first strike too.
Yeah.
Like it was fun. There wasn't.
It
didn't feel
wasn't-
Like there was
it
a lot
wasn't
of
too, like-
grind time.
It wasn't too puzzly though.
No.
I would like to see more.
Well, I also didn't get it. Like you said, you didn't really look around to see if there was anything.
No.
There,
Well,
you
I
could've
meant
just ran.
puzzles
Like
that would halt your progress. Like in
Okay.
order
Yeah.
to progress, you had to do some type of puzzly thing,
You
like
need to
like a
stand
raid,
over here.
like.
Yeah,
Type thing. Well,
Mechanic.
yeah, because this was
like
just
the
a strike.
binary code you
Well,
had to
that's
learn.
the thing. I know it's a strike, but even throwing like one raidish mechanic
Yeah.
into like each strike, I think would be pretty cool.
because they threw a puzzle into the first story mission where you had to destroy the three things, but you had to make sure that you didn't get hit by any of the turbines.
Something like that.
spinning
Yeah,
around.
even something like a small. That was just kind of like a jump-ish puzzle.
Yeah.
That was good. So what did you guys think about? Did you guys have a chance to mess around with a lot of the different classes? Did you just stick to one?
I only stuck to. Well, I stuck with the Warlock, but
Stuck to what you know.
I did both of the classes in the Warlock.
So they have
subclasses.
Void Walker,
Void Walker,
and the new one,
and the new I forgot the new
Flame Sword Woman.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. It was alright. I played as the fire one first. I forgot what the
Sword Flame Throw
it's
Man.
not Sunslinger.
Flame Sword Woman.
Sure, flame
Sword Woman it is.
I played as that, and compared to the Hammer of Dawn for the Titan,
Hammer of Soul.
Hammer of Soul, he gets to throw like 12 of those. I was only able to throw like 3 to 4 swords.
Let's say like 4 to 5. Okay, give the Flame Sword Woman some credit.
I mean, okay, you were able to throw 10 to 12 after you had upgraded everything in your skill tree and allowed you to get there. What's to say that you're not going to get a skill in it at the very end that says, hey, double the time you have?
If you notice, your guy was already all maxed out, though, in this beta. Like, if you went into the skill trees.
That's true. The skill tree is so
simple.
so small.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller.
What I feel like a lot of this shit is kind of dumbed down, and I don't know if it's because people complained about it being too complex. It wasn't that complex,
No,
though.
it wasn't. I really liked how
I
they
wonder
had
if that's just a beta thing, though.
No,
I
but
don't
they
think
showed
so.
in when they were showing the previews for the game and everything, they were showing what they had in the beta. You know, what we were seeing in the beta in their real game.
I hope, and like we also saw 2 subclasses per class, which is 1 less than what we ended on, which feels weird to me. Like you're taking away a subclass, and I don't even think I'd feel as weird if I wasn't 99% positive that we don't end up paying for DLC that gives us that 3rd subclass back. So it's like that you took away my Night Stalker as a hunter, and then I bet you like 2 DLCs from now you go on a quest to get your Night Stalker back, or like a 3rd Void subclass.
But they have every right to take it away from you now because the light's been stolen from you. So
the light's been stolen, my vault's been destroyed, everything. Yeah, I realize
You know,
that. It's just and we started Destiny 1 with 2 subclasses. They did get added.
the
But
3rd subclass.
it's a brand new game. Like, give me 3 and then add a 4th. That would be sweet.
Well, I thought maybe that the like the sword flamey lady was gonna not take place of the one where you could self-res yourself. No, it wasn't Sunslinger. That wasn't that.
Yeah.
Wasn't Sunslinger for the war hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But
God, it's been so long since
like I thought they were
Destiny
just adding a completely different one. Like you still could get your Blade Dancer, but you could get Blade Dancer with knives or Blade Dancer with a staff.
That's the other thing though, is you only have 3 types of damage.
Yeah.
So
Arc,
how
Solar
can you
Void, right?
How can
which
you come up with 4 if you
if you did a 4th element,
it'd be the base again.
Base
So
element?
like Hunter would probably be.
okay,
Arc.
yeah, it could be the base, but I'm saying, what if? So you did like your Void, you did Fire, you did Electric. So what if you did like some type of water one? I don't know, just like a 4th element,
or combine them maybe.
Captain Planet over here.
Probably just you, I guess. I don't think anyone else is Captain Planet.
Well, you were like, oh, water, fire.
Yeah, because those are elements.
Yeah,
so I was thinking of a 4th element.
All the elements. What about the 5th element?
Movie with Bruce Willis. That's what that is. So.
But yeah, no, I agree. And like, I also wanted a little bit like different guns. I guess maybe.
Well, that's the thing. You're earning more guns if you played more. Like as you were. There was a few guns. You had to go out and earn them. You only got so many.
Yeah.
You got the same guns.
No, like your Crucible matches, you could get guns.
I dropped the same guns 3 times.
Did you? Okay.
Yes. I don't think you got new guns.
What was your exotic guns that you guys were able to get?
It's class dependent.
Oh, it's class dependent?
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I played all 3, so I got them all. My favorite with the Warlock gun was sweet.
The Halo, basically?
Yeah, it was like the Zalo Supercell, except for with unlimited ammo if you were being attacked by Arc.
Yeah.
Because I think if you were attacked by Arc, it charged up your gun, and then once it was charged up, as you were getting kills, it was just, as long as you got a kill, the mag would it would fill back up to 40.
Yeah.
Which was a lot like the that pulse rifle from Destiny 1.
Juju?
The bad juju,
Yeah.
where as long as you got a kill, it reloaded.
It was like
so
a
you
bad
could just
juju
hold down the right trigger and
combined with the Halo or the Supercell,
Yeah.
which was awesome.
That game was fun. The Hunter one was pretty sweet. It's a solar hand cannon
Okay.
that had like some type of like explosive round in it. Because I think if like I headshot a guy, it had like rodeo. I think is what it's called from the first game. So if you shot a guy in the head and he blew up, a lot of times it would kill the guy that was next to him. And that thing, it would be like 3 shots maybe. I could down most guys. So that thing was powerful.
Yeah.
And the Titan, what was the Titan Super?
It was
Titan
it was
Exotic.
like almost like a light machine gun.
Okay.
It started off slow. It had a 99 round mag, but it started off really really slow. Like no, it was even slower than that. It was like But when it got
our
like
guns make very different noises.
But when it got like up to the top, it gained a little bit less recoil, and it just was like a laser beam, just a ton of damage. But you had to wait that load up time to
See, I don't even know if I equipped it.
You did. You played with it a little bit. I remember watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I know exactly what you're talking about then. Yeah, that gun was sweet.
What's the super for the Titan? I didn't see that. I don't remember seeing. Well,
the Captain America super.
Oh yeah, you had the shield.
Cap. It's called the Sentinel.
So, do you want to talk about the weird thing that happened to you?
It happened twice.
Really? As the Titan?
Yeah. So it's like I had the Sentinel selected for my super.
And Captain
I don't
America
know if I
showed up?
just read something wrong, or like if there was a way to activate it. But I was up in the air, activated my super, and my guy slams down the Ward at Dawn, which is the giant protective bubble.
Yeah.
Did that happen to you? You hit R2
No.
L2.
But
Or did you hit R1 or you hit bumper?
It was my bumpers to activate my super.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about the Captain America. They wanted to make the shield part of it more mobilized, so that's why they gave him the Captain America.
No,
let me finish. If eventually they were saying if you need to, you can actually pop the bubble around you.
Well, that's real fucking dumb because I'm pretty sure his other super like subclass is
Just
the
bubble?
Ward of Dawn. Yeah,
Really?
I could be completely wrong.
But I definitely remember hearing something about.
We looked at it, and you were on the Sentinel one. I don't know.
And also, that's the thing. If that is an option, like, how the fuck did I do that on accident? Because what I wanted was my shield so I could kill some stuff, and what I did was popped a bubble.
Now, when you went to pop your super, was it just the bubble, or did you have your shield out first?
No,
you
It
literally
was
just popped the
strictly
bubble.
right to bubble.
But both times it happened, I was up in the air, so I don't know. Maybe if it has something to do with where you're located at the time,
because
right? It doesn't seem like it. That'd be weird.
It never happened to me playing as a Titan. I played the whole first mission, and I played like 6 Crucible matches, and I got Captain America every time, jumping in the air, running on the ground.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. And then the new Hunter, the Arc Strider, underwhelming to say the least for me. It's a slower blade dancer is what it feels like. It's arc. You're just going around. You're one hitting things. It does have you can smash the staff down, and it kind of does like an area of effect, like a lot like ground pound for the Titan in the first game. So I think you can do that maybe 2 or 3 times during the super. So it's okay. It's just it wasn't as different.
Enough of mix up.
Yeah, it wasn't mixed up enough like the Warlock and the Titan. So right now, from my experience, it goes Titan, Warlock, Hunter for me, which sucks because all I played was the Hunter for the most part in Destiny 1, and now I feel like I'm not going to have fun if I play the Hunter. So that's going to be weird. I'm probably going to go Titan. I see a lot of people going Warlock and Titan for this game, and I don't think you're going to see a lot of Hunters because they don't have any like weird ability. Like you lost invisibility, they lost blink, they lost Night Stalker, which was great for helping out your team. They lost so much stuff. They nerfed the shit out of a Hunter, from what I can tell.
I mean, it could also just be the beta. They could,
that's the thing.
Maybe when we get the actual game, these choices that we have right now might not even be unlocked.
I'm sure they're also getting enough feedback about like,
this.
wow, nobody played the Hunter. Like people played the Hunter for like a game and then switched and never went back.
I have to go play the Hunter. I
So
want to see.
you should.
So
I think it's worth. And
the
your
other-
other one is Gunslinger, which is older.
Yeah, the only
Old
problem I
fast.
had with Titan was you only are able to throw your shield once.
No, you can throw it twice. I threw it twice.
Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe
So I think you might have just thrown it like halfway through your super. It definitely takes
Maybe.
a big chunk of your super off.
yeah.
But the sweet thing about the shield is that it like ricochets off people like pinball. I don't know if you like noticed that because you
Yeah.
could just watch it like ping pong off of each person and they all died. That super is fucking sweet.
It's fun.
They also nerfed the
I enjoyed it a lot.
Nova Bomb Super too.
I heard they did make it.
It's a
slower,
bigger ball
right?
and
it's
it's
a big
lot
orb and it goes
slower.
really slow.
Yeah, and you can't change it to like 3 if you want.
I
or-
do think that the area of effect is a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, I got a triple kill with it, like in the the
So
Crucible.
it's definitely slower and bigger,
Yep.
but I think it'll take out a lot more people.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to get it there without people seeing it and then having 10 seconds to run away
Well,
from
and
it.
it's not only so. Yes, in Crucible, that's something that's going to happen. But if you have a larger area effect, say in your strikes
For
or
PvE
your
stuff,
raids,
yeah, it'll be good.
it's going to be good
That's
for
definitely true.
just that large amount of damage.
Yeah.
And I mean, I used Sentinel in PvE, and it was great as well. You can just, even if you seem like you're getting overwhelmed, like I just saved it for, like, not the last boss fight in the mission. Excuse me.
But for one of the like
but for one of the
mid-tier
bigger
guys,
yeah, with like a shield and something, and you hit him 3 times and he's done.
that was another cool thing is that you now have a third. They all have third abilities as well.
I was about
So
to say, what do you think about the third abilities?
the Titan one's sweet. You can put up a half wall.
Okay.
A full wall if you're getting.
You're
and
talking
did-
about holding down
You hold down B.
B.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was
Which
gonna
is-
say circle,
But I have to look. I haven't been able to play it on Xbox actually because I pre-ordered it on Amazon and still didn't get a beta code, which is kind of annoying. But luckily the
The open beta
beta
starts tomorrow.
starts
Yeah.
beta, so
the 30th
so
or 21st. Jesus.
30th. Jesus. So I'll get to play it on my Xbox then. But I actually, one of the things I didn't like playing it on the PS4 is I couldn't switch because I'm a prone on the stick guy and melee on the B or O button, even though melee is the bumper.
So having your elite controller, you can map
map your
buttons.
buttons. Yeah.
Every fucking game should be able to. You should be able to
Well,
map where your buttons are now.
there's not even an option. There were only like 3 other options, and they were like lefty options
for
Yeah.
the
for
PlayStation.
PlayStation. There
Yeah.
wasn't an option for me to put.
And the only
crouch.
reason you'll have that option on Xbox is because you own an Elite controller where you can actually adjust that stuff. It's so dumb.
No, some games on the Xbox actually have that choice.
Yeah, but if you play that same game on PlayStation, like that's built into their game. It doesn't have anything to do with the system you're on.
I guess that's
With
fair.
the Elite controller, that gives you the option to map everything the way you want, and you can set up different profiles. It's awesome. As far as those third abilities go, like we were talking about, I think the Titan one is sweet. You can put up a wall. If you put up a half wall, I don't know if you saw this, but I think it's called the rally wall. If you crouch, it automatically reloads your primary for you when you crouch down behind the wall.
Well,
I
that's
didn't see
nice.
that.
So that's pretty cool. And then
Is that PVE only, or is that
no?
Crucible as well?
Oh, I'm not
Probably
sure
be
because
both.
if you could do that with like power ammo, that'd be bad.
Yeah.
But
Might just be primary.
and then the other option for that is the full wall where everybody can just hide behind it.
Yeah.
The Warlock one was cool. That's just like
A
it's a
little
big
health
circle that goes around
circle.
you. So
Well, it could either be health, damage increase, or defense increase.
yep. And I don't even remember what the Hunter one was.
Really?
Nope.
Come on,
I
you're
don't
the
even
Hunter
know if
man. You're supposed to know it.
I don't think I realized. I mean, I think I knew it was there, but I didn't think to use it until I was already using a Titan.
What was B in the old game?
Just crouch.
Crouch. Yeah.
But it's hold B now.
Right. So if you tap crouch, if you tap B, you're still gonna crouch. But if you hold B, you're gonna pop
Activate
off
it.
that third one.
Like
so
I said,
think
I
that's
always
cool.
use the thumbstick. So
Yeah.
The,
I just hate. I knee slide everywhere in Destiny 1, and to knee slide on the PS4, I had to like switch to the B button and sit there and hit it all. Oh my god, it's so annoying.
The cooldown time for the abilities and the super also seemed pretty
Long.
long compared
Yeah.
to before.
Well, I also think before you were able to upgrade it and like tailor it to the way you wanted. Like you wanted to have grenades, you could tailor to have a grenade every 45 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. So that might be something we can that we'll see when we get new armor. And
I mean,
stuff.
I did get one new piece of armor, which did increase one of like.
I got a bunch of new armor.
Yeah, it
that
slowly does increase.
They don't
it.
increase like light level or anything like that.
No.
But there's just different resistances
Was it strength,
and stuff.
intelligence, and
That's the old one. They're different now.
yeah,
what
they're
are they
definitely
now?
different.
It's
I
like
didn't even look at 'em.
mobility.
That sounds right.
I just looked at it the other day.
I should have paid more attention to it. I just
I-
noticed. I
well,
think my intelligence was the one that
I was
thought
so
was
excited
increasing.
to use my time to play Destiny. I
I was
never
too
like,
excited to kill things.
I never stopped and like looked at
Exactly.
until Zach played it and like went into the skill trees and stuff
and you were able to take a
and
step
look
back.
at it. That's the only time I looked at skill trees or anything.
That's the thing. Like when I played the hunter, I didn't even open that stupid like to check my skills and everything.
Honestly, I did just because the way the Warlock's set up right away. He has. You guys would love this jump. It's more like a Titan jump.
He still doesn't like the Warlock jump.
It's the one that you start with.
Yeah, it's like the initially when you're playing the Warlock on the Destiny 1, if you hit A or jump, you have to hit immediately after that. You have to hit
He
jump
doesn't like
again.
that.
Well, no, that's the way I
It's the
put it.
fucking worst.
I put it back to that way because I didn't like the other way. The other way was you could jump and you could start falling and jump again and have a boost increase.
That's what he likes.
like
Yeah.
the Titan.
like the hunter.
That's what he likes. That's what he
Hunter,
wants.
Titan.
The way that a double jump should work.
The double jump should be double jump. You tap it really quick.
No, double jump should be you should be able to jump and then whenever you need to again, jump again.
That makes sense.
This is a
Warlock's
jump,
weird double glide
jump
thing.
jump boost.
We don't need to have the terrible Warlock glide.
Anyways, the only reason why I jumped into the that stuff was because I didn't like the jump, so I went to switch it,
looking through.
and I saw everything you could switch through, and
I
with
played the whole first mission
Mm-hmm.
and a game and a half in Crucible before I realized I had more than the three
one
gun.
subclass?
No, more
Oh,
than the
guns.
3 guns that I actually like
Started
4.
with, yeah.
So I knew I had the one guy I started with, the exotic I got, and then the 2 other guns. It took me that whole time to realize that they gave me other guns.
Yeah.
When I got in and these people were using like scout rifles and pulse rifles, I was like, where the hell did they get these? Like, did they drop these already? And I looked and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I literally have the same gun you're killing me with. It just haven't been an option I thought I had.
for the heavy weapons,
That's one thing I don't like.
were they all the same? Because they made
Yes.
a fusion rifle a
I had
heavy
a,
weapon.
Oh,
I had
no.
a fusion. I played with a grenade launcher.
Yeah, I played with fusion
I
and
played
grenade.
with a sniper rifle.
Grenade launcher was so they were classed different as well.
Yeah,
So grenade launcher was Titan.
and also Warlock
Fusion.
was Warlock.
Fusion was
and
definitely Warlock.
Yep, I had the fusion.
No, so Titan was shotgun and grenade launcher.
Wait, was shotgun's a heavy weapon now?
Shotgun is a heavy weapon
Okay.
now.
It's
Shotgun
so
grenade
this,
launcher.
This new system sucks for fucking PvE stuff. I think it's fine for PvP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like going on a raid now and not having a sniper rifle in my secondary spot, where like secondary ammo you can at least find a decent amount.
No, there's gonna be there's an option for it
There's an option for what?
to put there. There was one option they showed in the trailer where you could like put a class in another class, so you could have like 2 heavy classes.
No,
I'm
you
pretty-
can have like 2 assault rifles. You could have 2 hand cannons. You can have 2 pulse rifles, scout rifles.
Yeah,
What
it's
you
just
can't
one's gonna
do-
be kinetic and one's gonna have
One's gonna be
some
kinetic
of-
and one's gonna have a burn of
Yeah.
some type. The heavies now are essentially what the secondaries were. Like we also have submachine guns, which actually are pretty fun.
Yeah.
The submachine guns I used that had like burns, like
Yeah.
tore through people.
They did.
So those are cool. But what I was gonna say is like if you're on a raid now and like sniper rifles are a huge part of raiding because they do so much damage.
Mm-hmm.
Having that be in new power slot or whatever it is,
where you can't get a ton of
where
ammo
you
for it.
can rarely get ammo, like that's gonna suck. So everybody's gonna be like firing off scouts and pulses like the whole time. I don't know.
Or it's
weird.
gonna make people focus more on going into raids prepared. So if you go into a raid, you're gonna have to have 50 secondary ammo drops and maybe 25 heavy ammo drops.
That's true. The heavy ammo like synthesis and stuff, if that's
So-
still a thing.
So maybe they're like trying just to make raids not so just hop in the raid, kill this thing, I'm good. Maybe they're gonna
It was still
make it like you
but
have
still
to
they
team
were
play
already so fucking hard and like you needed so much teamwork and communication. Now you also have to worry about ammo shortages for a shotgun or a fusion rifle. Like, I don't know. I think it's a fun change for PvP. I think it's screwing a lot of PvE players for higher level content, but we'll see. That might be something that gets changed, or we'll just get used to it.
Or maybe they're just gonna. Maybe what we don't realize is they're gonna have more ammo drops.
Yeah, or maybe we'll just see a lot more purple boxes this time around.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Overall, though, I enjoyed everything I've played so far, and I will still probably play more.
Oh, I'm gonna play a crap ton this weekend.
Yeah, but don't forget Fortnite comes out tomorrow.
Yep. I'm probably gonna play a little more Destiny, but mainly focus.
I might
on
play
Fortnite.
a little bit of Destiny tonight before I go to bed.
I'm gonna probably play.
Well, no,
Fortnite
because
before
we go to bed,
That's true.
we're
It'll be
gonna
like
play
midnight.
Yeah,
Fortnite,
which is in 20 minutes, so we gotta hurry this up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So initial impressions of the beta are good from everybody.
I'll give it
2 thumbs up.
Oh yeah, the
3
camera's dead.
pizzas out of 9 watermelons.
Yes.
I like it.
3 pizzas out of 9 watermelons, or 1 dolphin fin out of a tuna can.
All right.
Are you
Good
saying
deal.
that dolphins are being eaten as tuna?
I really don't know.
The chickens of the sea.
The chickens of the sea, poultry.
Well, speaking of poultry, it's time to go to Zach for your free shit.
All right, your free shit for the week. Games of Gold on Xbox One. These are actually new because the 15th has passed. We lost Watch Dogs, RIP. And we would like to welcome Runbow.
Oh, woof.
Runbow, was it you? You were here watching me play
I was
Runbow?
watching you play Runbow, and I've never seen you so frustrated.
I looked at it on like free games. I was like, "Hey, a new game!" And I looked at it. It was just a bunch of people colored, and I was.
It's like that Speedrunners game that came out a month ago or whatever. It's like one of those side-scrolly like race against your friends. It's like it's up to 8 players, which is cool. But when you're playing it by yourself, it's not fun.
I still think with 8 players, it wouldn't be very fun.
I don't think it's good with any amount of players, probably.
Because that one spot you were at, you were stuck on this jump spot for like
I had
5 minutes.
I literally just had to double jump up onto something, and for some reason, been playing video games my whole life and couldn't figure out how to double jump up onto a ledge. So
It was actually quite comical.
I don't know if it's
Wall
user
jump.
error or what. But yeah, so those are your Xbox One games. Runbow and Grow Up. Xbox 360 switched to Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
Arg, mateys, I
Lego
want to
game.
I was waiting for the last part he was going to say. I just want to plunder your
Don't plunder my
britches
anything.
or something
Arg,
like that.
mateys, I'm gonna plunder your Xbox.
The Lego games are great. Pirates of the Caribbean is great. What a great combo. Go get it. It's free.
Do it now.
Your free shit on PlayStation.
Hey, I can finally get these.
Same shit, different week. Until Dawn and Telltale's Game of Thrones for PS4.
Recommend Until Dawn. It's a very good game.
Recommend both of them. Do it. Easy
Yeah.
downloads.
Especially with
Definitely
Game of Thrones coming out.
Kicks the shit out of Xbox's free shit.
Yeah. If only they had a good controller.
For PS3, we have Tokyo Jungle and Darkstalkers Resurrection. And for the PS Vita, you have Elemental and Don't Die, Mr. Robot, which is a cross-buy game on PS4. So essentially, you can play it on your PS4. And if you bought it on one or the other, you could play it on both. Sweet.
Cool, bro.
Yeah.
And the last thing is that all the DLC for Doom is now free.
Yes.
So they took away the season pass, and now all your DLC is free for Le Doom.
Awesome.
That's been your free shit for the week.
Up next is the news. And now, it's the Let's Talk Games Top 6 Picks of the Week. Starting at number 6, I will be taking Logitech has now decided they're going to buy Astro, the gaming headset company, for $85 million cold, hard cash.
Money!
Yeah. Damn, dude. 85 million cold, hard cash?
That's a lot of dinero.
Hopefully it's like actual cash and not like when Apple had to pay, when Samsung had to pay Apple and they sent them pennies
That would be
for
awesome.
like
I think that'd be
$4 million.
hilarious. $85 million in pennies?
It's a lot of pennies.
My watch is trying to talk to me.
It's a lot of copper.
So this move is mostly Logitech. Their stuff is good, but it's not top notch. And Astro headsets, especially for the esports realm, are top notch. Almost all teams, almost every competition you go to for esports on the console will be rocking Astro gear. So this is a pretty good pickup for them. They definitely see the opportunity to get a huge acceleration in their growth. It's not going to start for about a year, they think. They said fiscal 2018, so...
Till they start, or till
they start
seeing...
seeing the giant acceleration.
Okay, cool.
So they're picking this up for their esports line. The weird thing that I think we're gonna have to see what plays out is most of the Logitech gear is inexpensive and for PC gaming.
And most of the Astro
headsets, the cheapest one they have
expensive.
is $60, and they just came out with it. Whereas
Look, what are
the headphones?
A50s are like $250, aren't they? $300.
I got these headphones.
Those are the A40s.
These are the A40s. I got them when I got my Xbox. They were on sale at Best Buy for $200, down from $250.
Yeah, so that will be weird taking a higher tier company like when it comes to their headsets and then going into Logitech, which is more of a consumer friendly price point for most things.
Yeah, definitely.
So that is a good call. Do you think you'll see a quality drop from Astro, or do you think Astro will mostly stay the same as far as like quality and like the stuff they're putting out will be?
So I feel like this is going to be a similar thing to like your Xbox One X coming out, where the developers of Xbox One X said, this is really expensive, but that's because it's really, really, really nice. I think you're going to see Logitech come out and say, we still have this great gear that's inexpensive for gamers, great for people who are starting their gaming careers, but our esports section has the need to go, the need to have headsets and stuff if you're serious about gaming.
Our brand new brand, Astro.
So I don't think there's going to be too much of a difference in the thing you're getting, other than it's going to have a Logitech logo instead of an Astro logo.
So Astro as a company is disappearing? Are you sure they're not just buying them?
I'm not positive.
I wonder if they're just buying them and they'll keep... Because getting rid of the Astro brand sells, I would think, so I don't think they'd want to get rid of it. Just, you might see Logitech etched onto the box of Astro stuff, just so you know that they're owned by Logitech now, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So I'm pretty excited about that. One of the cool things I like about Astro is the style that they do their flaps on the side. You can like take off these little magnetic clips
and change them out for cool colors.
I can put my microphone on either side.
Oh, okay.
So you just switch the holes and stuff, and you can put your microphone on either side. They're pretty customizable. You can put like whatever pictures you want on them or anything.
This sounds like we're doing an Astro infomercial.
I mean, just because I have a pair. But that's 85 million cash. I don't even know what I'd do with 85 million cash.
Buy some Astro headsets.
A lot of Astro headsets.
I'd spend it all in one spot.
All in one
You're
spot?
an idiot.
How would you spend $85 million in one spot?
Buy a sporting team.
Yep.
Are they really that expensive?
I have no idea.
I would buy a lot.
I mean, I guess
I would assume you could probably buy a bunch.
Buy-in for the esports for...
20 million. I could buy
Overwatch.
like 4 esports teams for Overwatch.
Yeah.
And that's,
sure that'll pay off.
That's pretty...
We'll see.
You could buy... You
I
could
don't
use
have
the
the
best
league.
League of Legends team ever. You could buy them. SKT T1 Gaming.
Nah, I'm good. I'm just going to go buy a house somewhere away from humanity.
Just buy a whole island.
I would invest it all in the stock market.
That's
And then when the stock market crashes, there goes all your money.
Yep. So getting on to number 5, Telltale has now announced, Jeepers Creepers, their games are coming out with here recently.
Their next.
I'm done talking. No, their next game is coming out with. So August 8th of this year, which is the only 2017 announcement, unfortunately, you're getting Batman Season 2, The Enemy Within.
Which is so awesome. I heard, I played through the first season of this. I loved that game. And then I started playing through Minecraft, and I wasn't even done with Minecraft. They had already done 8 episodes or something, which is more than normal. And then they announced fucking Minecraft Season 2, and I was like, why have you not made Batman Season 2 yet? but I think it's been under development because
Out
hopefully
soon.
it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
And that's why. Well, that's the thing is that this Minecraft season 2, like it's already coming out. Like it was a really quick turnaround.
Yeah.
So
it's
yeah.
really easy to make blocks.
Exactly. It's probably the easiest game they've ever had to make. So why not make more of them? Especially if people are buying them. Batman, stoked for it. Yeah.
And then a couple of games come out in 2018. The Walking Dead, the final season. I played a little bit of the first season, but I didn't get much more through that.
I still have to get through A New Frontier, which was the last season. But it is cool that they labeled it the final season. That's pretty definitive. So we'll finally get to see where
All your choices lead.
Well,
dear
that's-
old Clementine
That's
ends
very
up.
true. I thought Final Fantasy would only have one, but there's like 15 of them.
That's a good call.
Fair enough. And The Wolf Among Us 2 is also out in 2018.
Wolf Among Us is good. I played it a long time ago. I think this is definitely one of the most requested games from the people that play the Telltale games, from what I've seen. So I know people are pumped about that. It's 3 good games. Good for them. I'm still waiting for Guardians of the Galaxy to finish up. I think they're only 3 episodes in, and I don't want to start it until they're...
To have some more content for you to...
I don't want to
Play
get like
through?
halfway through it and then be like, where's the rest of the
Wait.
story? And then
Yeah.
stop playing and then just never play it again.
It's one of the reasons why I never finished The Walking Dead. is
Well,
'cause
hey,
I got,
good
like,
news.
Well,
You-
yeah,
you can
now
go
I
back
can,
and play it.
But, like beating a dead horse. I already played the first one like 4 times.
All right, number 4 on the docket. Titanfall 2 is getting an update called Operation Frontier Shield. This drops in 5 days on the 25th of July. It's going to be our first co-op experience for Titanfall. It's a 4-player horde mode, kind of like Gears of War or any of those type of games where it's just you survive rounds.
Horde after horde.
The kind of weird thing though is that it's only 5 waves, so you're protecting something, but it's only for 5 waves, and you can set the difficulty to like regular, hardcore, and no way
yeah.
you're gonna live mode, whatever that may be called.
Gotta love No Way You Can Live mode.
It's the best mode. In between rounds, you can spend the money that you've made from killing stuff in previous rounds to buy like fortifications, buy new guns. I don't think you can actually buy Titans, but you're definitely fighting against Titans, so maybe buy some Titan weapons, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like anti-Titan weapon.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's 4-player co-op, so that's pretty sweet.
Nice.
And we should definitely
Jump
try
on
to
that.
play some of that.
I
haven't
agree.
played Titanfall in a while.
Yes.
You can play it on 5 different maps right now too, so
Well, not yet, but
you will be able to when it drops. So that's cool. We're also getting a new map for everything but the live fire mode. I took this right off the Titanfall's website. The map's called Rise. This is what it says. Long sight lines and tight quarters dictate the battle in this abandoned desert reservoir. The towering sheer walls and a system of convenient zip lines provide pilots with means to get around quickly, while Titans do battle in the long corridors below. Pilots can also set up ambushes in the guts of this complex's pipeworks, while Titans can lock down large sections of the battlefield at critical junctures. Tread carefully. And then we're getting a live fire map
To add
called
on,
Township.
there's only
Ooh,
there's only
Township
3
5.
at this point, right?
This will be the third one.
This will be. Wait,
Yeah.
there's
This will
only
be
two?
the I think there's only 2 right now. No.
Didn't they add in a third one in the DLC?
So this will be the 4th one. Yeah. So we definitely have more live fire maps. That's cool. Along with this, there's obviously this is all free up to what I've just said now, and then paid content is just gonna have paints, that kind of thing, skins. But one thing I didn't realize is that like the skins that you can get, a lot of them have XP boosts.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that. That makes it feel slightly pay to win ish, because if you spend the money, you can level up faster, and if you level up faster, you have more XP and like currency to buy better weapons and stuff. But whatever. And lastly, there's a free trial from the 28th to the 30th of this month, so you can go out and try it. Titanfall 2 is always on sale, so if you don't have it yet, go out and get it.
It's a good first-person shooter.
Do
It's
it.
a good first-person shooter, and they're constantly dropping free everything.
Yeah.
So this is completely different than everything else they've dropped. It looks like a lot of fun.
I'm excited about it. Can't wait.
Speaking of being excited, how
I'm-
excited are you for...
RuneScape, coming to the Android operating system.
Number 3.
Oh, yep, number 3 for our picks. Sorry, RuneScape is coming to the Android operating system, so you'll be able to play RuneScape on your phone. I know a lot of people love this game. It's an awesome MMORPG. Nailed that right on the head. Thank you.
You did that well.
Yeah,
I'll give that one to you.
Thank you. I personally never played any RuneScape, but I was watching some videos and everything onto it. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I am curious on how they're going to get all everything condensed into it.
Yeah, that is something that.
Well, I think RuneScape's pretty old at this point.
No, it is.
I don't think it's very.
It's
consuming of
power
and graphics.
Not
or
graphics.
anything
Well, no,
like
that's what
that.
I want to talk about. But like all the the videos I was watching, there seemed like you need kind of like pinpoint accuracy with like clicking things, and if you have like,
well, what's more pinpoint than your finger poking exactly what you want to poke?
I mean, my finger's kind of fat, so I might poke.
Your finger's fat.
I was gonna say
exactly. You know, I already hit double keys when I'm texting people, so
you're just bad at texting.
That
You're
could
just
be
bad
it.
at words.
Yeah, but it's going to be coming to the Android system. You can actually pick up right where you left off on the PC. So if you had a file save that you really enjoyed and you want to continue playing it, and you can. Now you can bring it wherever you want, to work, to the shitter, to the car, to a wedding, to church, to a confession stand.
Yep.
But in no way do we condone playing RuneScape and driving at the same time.
That's a real bad idea. Maybe when you're in the passenger seat, that'd be a fun time to do it.
Yeah, and just to make sure if you are driving and you're playing this game, you have one of the Scotia mounts. You know,
You say Scotia?
yeah.
He doesn't know how to
Oh
pronounce.
my god.
things.
What is it,
The
Scotia?
No, the E's silent,
Skosh,
dude.
dude.
Scotia?
Skosh.
Just skosh. Don't put an
Scotia
E at
mount.
the end of it.
Scotia mount sounds stupid.
Yeah, because Scotia mount makes
Scotia
it sound like
sounds so much
Yoshi's going to come out and tongue you somewhere.
Yoshi and Scotia? They don't have
The last thing to note about this RuneScape thing is that it's also crossplay.
Yeah.
So you could be playing on your phone against Ben, who's playing on his PC.
Yeah,
Good
so
luck.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is it's a real weird
Yeah.
piece of news.
Yeah.
You don't see this ever, so
Exactly.
definitely cool.
That's why I picked it.
That's
Yeah.
why it was number 3.
Yeah, and mobile games are coming up in the world. You know, they're really doing something.
I still don't play like any mobile games,
you
but
will, okay?
no,
you will
never.
when RuneScape comes
Yeah,
out. You're
you'll
gonna
be-
try it.
You'll be a
My battery will last me 2 hours, and it's gonna be fantastic
probably
on that work internet that doesn't exist.
All right, number 2. Some BioWare firings and hirings.
Oh boy.
I labeled that poorly because Aaron Flynn, who's the current GM, did not get fired. I don't know why I wrote firings and hirings. He's been there.
step down?
He stepped down. He's been there 16 years, and he'd been thinking about leaving the company, but he didn't want to leave it in the wrong hands. This is BioWare, creators of some of everyone's favorite games. Who he got to take his place is Casey Hudson.
Wasn't he was
Casey,
with them for a while, right?
Casey Hudson, he had left them 3 years prior to now. He left them to go work for Microsoft, actually. He was working on a HoloLens project.
Yep.
I'm assuming that hasn't really taken off. But Casey Hudson was the guy, he was the project director for Knights of the Old Republic. And the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh, I really hope that something comes of this.
Yeah, so
Star Wars.
Once Aaron Flynn found out that Casey Hudson was going to come back and would take his space, take his spot, I think that finally gave Aaron Flynn like the peace of mind, like
We're gonna be okay, but
we're going to be okay because Casey Hudson has been here while we made some of our best content ever.
Yep.
BioWare is hard at work on Anthem right now. That's a big game they're doing. Having Casey Hudson at the helm is awesome, and we wish Aaron Flynn the best for whatever he's doing. That dude's got $1 bajillion at this point, so hopefully he's just retiring. Gonna go spend some time with his family. Something nice.
Maybe give me some. I mean, it could never hurt.
I doubt he'll do that, but
At least
that would be cool.
pay a few bills of mine. You know,
I just need like $5,000.
I'm not asking for much.
Just give me $5,000. I got the Xbox One X Scorpio. I can get a 4K monitor. I can.
I mean, I don't even want $5,000. You know, I'll take $1.50,
A grand.
or maybe just
Who
a
says
payday.
$1.50, and nobody just wants a candy bar.
This guy does.
Oh my god,
This
you're
guy.
ridiculous.
Payday, Butterfinger, Snickers, you name it, I'll take it.
Paydays suck.
Well, speaking,
What? How do paydays suck?
Just nuts in your mouth.
Nuts and caramel, salted nuts and caramel.
Your two favorite things.
It's a Baby Ruth without the chocolate.
I don't
Baby
like
Ruths
Ruths.
are also bad.
Yeah, I agree with Baby Ruth being bad.
You know what's good that has nuts in it? Almond Joys.
I was gonna.
Unless you don't like coconut.
I'm not a fan of almond joys.
Also, not a
Mounds.
almond. I love mounds. Mounds are
So you
one
just
of my
don't like
favorite
almonds?
candies. No, I don't like nuts. Not a big, not a
In
big
your
nut,
mouth?
not a big nut guy.
You brought cashews over the other day.
Okay, one and pistachios. I like pistachios.
Anyways, number 2.
He's so retarded.
Number 1.
Oh my god,
Well, that whole nut conversation really threw me off.
because you have two nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
That must be what happened.
Atari box. Atari is finally coming back after a 20-year hiatus.
Just what everyone wanted.
Over a 20-year hiatus, Atari is coming back with classic games and new content. I'm really looking to seeing what the new content is going to be.
I wouldn't be excited at all.
Why are you not excited?
Why Atari has no place in this market.
We don't know that. They could come out with like
Microsoft can barely hang on, and they make the Xbox. Like PlayStation's spanking them.
Nintendo can barely hang on.
If Nintendo made more fucking Switches, Nintendo would be fine right now.
True. I don't know. I think they're trying to capture on the nostalgia of everything that's going on right now. Like
Yeah,
the
those nostalgia people are 75 years old.
I'm kind of not 75, and I'm nostalgia-ish.
It's definitely weird. This is their take on a modern-ish console. I
Mm-hmm.
would love to see what type of hardware is actually in this thing, I guess.
Exactly. It's got 4 USB imports, 1 HD input, 1 HDMI output. It comes in 2 different flavors,
Flavors.
2 different styles, a wood grain and a black and red. I personally am excited about the wood grain.
I bet you are.
You
Yeah,
definitely are.
it's gonna look awesome. It's gonna look classic. It's gonna have a nice little take onto it.
Yeah, but who cares what it looks like if it's gonna be running 300
Well, it also depends on.
p?
Well, that's the other thing is like it says classic and newer content. I want to know what newer content means.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be newer content that's from third-party developers
I
all.
doubt that.
Which means it's going to have to come from Atari or studios that Atari's hired. I don't know.
think it's gonna have
there's
independent-
enough other stuff to be playing that I don't need an Atari box. But it is real fucking weird that Atari, after 20 years, is like, hey, we're
Let's
making
jump
a
back in the
console,
game.
guys. This is also weird because there's a thing called the Atari Flashback 8 Gold. Hell of a name. Which is coming out in September and has 120 Atari games built into it. Cost $80
Okay.
and comes with 2 wireless controllers. Like, why do I need to buy this Atari box that'll play classic games when they're selling an $80 unit with wireless controllers that has over 100 of their games already?
Because that won't play the new content that they have.
Okay, so I guess the moral of the story is I need to see what
The new exactly.
newer
Well, that's why
content
I'm
is.
excited about it.
I can tell you right now, there's no newer content that Atari's going to come out with that's going to make me buy an Atari box.
Well, I probably won't buy it unless it has a decently lower price tag onto it.
Yeah, like $80 is cool.
Like I'm assuming that the new
Yeah, but-
Atari console is not going to be $80.
No,
So you're going to be
definitely not.
comfortable
New.
playing with 720p in all of your games? This box isn't
mean,
going to be anywhere close
I
to
can
what we're
just
used
take
to
off
playing
my
with.
glasses and
And
everything.
then it doesn't
comes in
matter
70.
what he-
exactly.
Yeah, but
And
that's
he's in
not the
400.
point of... I mean, you can be nostalgic all you want. I never played Atari, so I guess I'm semi-biased.
No one played. No one that would be listening to this podcast played Atari. Tyler is pretty old, but
Yeah, Tyler's pretty old.
that's weird. It's cool. It's weird. It'll be more exciting when we get more news on what's
the
actually
only other
there.
side I can think of. So Jess's father, who listens to the podcast, does enjoy Atari. He's been looking for stuff like this.
Tell him there's this great thing called the Atari Flashback 8 Gold that's coming out in September. He's gonna have 120 built-in games, wireless controllers, and it's only $80.
Yeah, the console itself's like $40, dude.
Whoa.
Alongside that, there's also speaking of these old classic consoles making a resurgence. The Sega Genesis Flashback is also coming out in September. 85 built-in games, It also has a cartridge port where you can play your older Genesis games. So if you do have older Genesis games, this will work with most of them. Also $80. Also comes with wireless controllers. These must be being made by the same people, especially since one's called Atari Flashback and the other one's called Sega Genesis Flashback.
I would think.
And then one more note on these classic consoles. Nintendo filed 4 graphical trademarks for the N64 controller. It'd be weird to update your trademarks of these controllers unless the N64 classic,
which I
come out eventually.
N64 flashback.
I can see that happening.
It's got to say flashback in it like all the other ones.
No, because this one's made by Nintendo.
Yeah, I guarantee
and they have
Nintendo's not
the
gonna let-
Nintendo, the NES
But
Classic,
all
the
the-
SNES Classic, and now this will be the N64 Classic. They'll probably raise the price and give you less games like they did with the SNES.
and make it smaller.
And make it smaller.
Hey, smaller than the original N64 was pretty tiny, wasn't it?
No, it was a beast of a system.
I'm thinking GameCube.
Yeah, GameCube was just
GameCube
literally
was a
was a cube.
GameCube.
I
Yeah, it
played
was like
that
a 6x6
a
cube.
The
lot.
most accurately named console ever.
Yep.
The GameCube.
Except for the PlayStation 2 Slim or something, which was like
that was tiny. That was like a
Yeah.
DVD case.
yeah, it was pretty small.
Yikes.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to the table after being on a hiatus for over 20 years. You know, I'm excited. I want to know what they're going to do. That's all. That's why I'm really pumped about
the
it.
newer
newer
games
contact
is definitely the most intriguing part of the story.
Exactly, and like what their new stuff is going to be. How like it's obviously not going to be any AAA titles or anything like you're saying, but it's going to be probably good indie games or maybe certain indie developers that are just going.
It could be a good place for indie games to end up. That will probably be the only place that you'll actually see those big AAA third-party developers. They might bring some of their like indie games that they're working on over. I could see that.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will be powerful enough to play some indie games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, that is going to do it for our top 6 here today. Let us know.
Sorry for making you go deaf.
Let us know if you agree or disagree, or think something should have made it in, or think something should have been taken out. Comment below if you want, and we look at everything. If you want to send us any content, use our Gmail. AskLet'sTalkGames@gmail.com. We respond to that as well, and maybe you'll even get called out in the podcast. You never know.
Do it. It's good for your health.
But with that, let's go around and we'll send out some plugs, and maybe what will you be playing this week? Lou, how about you?
Well, if you want to find me anywhere, you can find me on Xbox at Waterloo, and if you want to find me on PlayStation, you can. On PlayStation, you can find me at Water Lewis.
Big change there.
Big change. Big IS change. What I'll be playing is I'll definitely be playing Fortnite, probably some more Destiny 2. I'll be playing definitely some Last of Us, maybe some Minecraft, and
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, there was
that's
one
about
more
it.
Switch game you want to play, wasn't there?
Oh, Splatoon 2 when that comes out, but I don't
Nice.
know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy it right away. Money's a little tight, so we'll find out.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You can find me at Risky the Kid everywhere. I'll be playing pretty much all the stuff Lewis just said. Ben.
And you can find me, OMG Chopa, everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What are you gonna be playing, Ben?
Oh, I'm probably going to be playing about the same stuff. Definitely some Fortnite, Destiny 2, beta. I do want to get more into Warframe again because I didn't play a lot of that, and
I could do a little bit of that.
Something
Yeah.
I'll probably play with Greg on the PS4.
If you guys are playing, I might jump in with you, but I don't foresee myself playing it by myself.
Yeah. And then no real new PC stuff. Probably just the same
Lol.
old League of Legends. I've actually been playing pretty well in League of Legends recently,
Nice.
and getting levels and stuff. So yeah, that was fun. So yeah, but that is gonna do it tonight here for us here at Let's Talk Games. It was a pleasure to do this for you guys tonight, and I hope you guys had fun too. On behalf of us, I'd like to thank you for joining us. And it's until next time, we'll catch you later.
Later.
Deuces.